What's up, guys? Merry Christmas! Pretty excited right now. Got this thing drained. Well, mostly. There's like 2 or 3 inches of water in it. Nope, it don't smell yet, but it probably will if I don't get this thing going by tonight sometime. I did it last night. I've been pretty busy after the whole holiday situation. I'll finally have time to actually be able to invest more time into some of these videos. Last night I finally switched the guys out of here and got everything out of their filters, and it was a little bit of a journey. The last few days I've been just non-stop switching tanks, working on tanks, and it's been fun. It really has been. But with the holidays here, it's been almost half a burden, I guess, because between wrapping gifts, putting gifts out, and getting ready in between things, and trying to maintain all of these tanks, and at the same time as switching, it's been an adventure. So yeah, I'm finally at a point now though where I can show you guys the 125 since I got them in here. My dad recommended this black sand. I finally listened to him for once. And I'm happy I did. The sand looks amazing in here. He said, oh, put black in there, it'll look good. He's probably said it since I've got the freaking tank set up, when I put the other sand in here. And my main reason that I went with the other sand was it was cheap, and this sand wasn't too bad in price either for the poundage. But that other sand had to go. It was absolutely terrible. It's good for people who don't have a lot of circulation in their tank, so I would suggest a sand like that. But if you have a lot of circulation in your tank, don't get it, because it's just going to blow around, get in your filters, and with cichlids it's going to happen either way, because these guys like to dig up the sand and go nuts. So I would suggest just buying something either a little bit thicker grade and not as fine. I mean, what a difference. This tank is really cloudy right now. You can't really tell on camera. I don't think you'll be able to, but yeah, it's really cloudy. But what I did is I kind of made my own combination with the sand. I mixed 2 different sands together. I mixed the black, and then I mixed, which my dad recommended, and then I mixed a bag of pH raisin sand, and we're gonna see if that works. I don't believe it's going to work with the amount that I put in there, but hey, you never know. If it does, I'll be the first one to admit it, and I'll let you guys know. But for now on, I'm only gonna start recommending stuff that works, and not just say, hey, buy this because it's cheap. You know, that sand, yes, it was really cheap, but if you guys have been following me for this long, hopefully you didn't go out and buy that sand. If you did, hopefully you got your circulation under control, because if you don't, it can be a nightmare. My filters were getting loaded up with them things. Inside the FX6 filters, there's those white pads. They're like that thick or tall, and they go around the perimeter of the filter. There's 6 of them, 2 on each compartment. And those things, they look like blocks of sand by the time I did my my water change. And it didn't matter whether it was 2 weeks or a month. I was like doing different things. It was just terrible. So freaking terrible. But that's over with, guys. Finally, I'm set up. These rocks I kind of just threw in here. I'm hoping to get my dad here and let him set these up. He likes setting up the rocks for me a little bit here and there, and I like taking his advice on it, because I'm not really too good at setting these things up. Kind of not really good at all that stuff, but to me they look alright right now, so we'll see. I'm gonna eventually move them around. But I didn't thoroughly rinse the sand, and I should have. Maybe I should have, whatever. I rinsed it out a little bit, dumped the water out, got it in here, and then I filled it with water twice, this tank, and not for the sand purpose, but just for different purposes of me testing the filters and doing different things, trying to set this up. And then I drained it. So now I filled it up with the water from the 75 gallon, and then I filled it the rest of the way with new fresh water, and I got these guys in it, and yeah, still a little cloudy. Not too bad though, not too bad. Everybody's doing good. And where is he? Oh, this guy is a freak. Every night, like I'll turn, whether it was in this tank or the other tank, doesn't matter, turn the light off, and he literally drops right down to the bottom of the sand, like he is completely dead. It's weird, but it is awesome. He's pulling some Thriller, Michael Jackson weird stuff on us. He just literally drops, like he'll just be swimming like that, and then boom, he's like right down. Doesn't matter where he is in the tank, just right down to the bottom, and he'll be there until the morning. You turn the light on, and he will slowly arise, and then boom, he's up swimming like a crazy, swiggly, freaking, I don't know. You guys got a name for him? Let's figure out a name for this guy. But yeah, this filtration cabinet is no longer an FX6 filtration cabinet. It's still a Fluval. I put the FX5 on this. I figured, let me get the FX6s inside the 220. Know they work properly. I know I don't have any issues. This one I had up and running on the 220 though, before I put it together, just to test this out, make sure everything, you know, all was good. And it's definitely more than capable enough of powering and running this entire 125. People do overfiltrate, and I'll always agree with that. Overfiltration is wonderful, it's good, but if you can't, and you're doing the recommended amount for your tank, make sure you have enough bioload and the right amount of stock in your tank that will go along with your tank and your filter system. That will also help. But anyway, for my situation right now, the FX6 is good enough. Eventually I plan on going to get another Sunsun 704B. I freaking love this filter. I didn't think I would. It scares me, being so cheap. Plastic's cheap. Long story short, I will hopefully eventually do a review on this guy, and I want to use it a little bit first. I have it up and running on the 220 right now, so eventually you guys will get my review on this guy right here, Sunsun 704B, which may mean nothing to you guys. You guys might have already got enough of your share of reviews on this, but hey, I'm going to give you my honest opinion because that's just the way I am. I have my intake on the right side, my return on the left. Purposely done only because I have this gap in between the tank and the background right here. So I figured it'd just be better to just blow everything out this way. And because I can put a wave maker / power head on this side, you can just blow everything down to one side. So much easier that way instead of having everything in two sides of the tank, not knowing where to go. Everything's just flowing around and around. So cool. I still hard pipe this. In this case, I put a elbow on it so that it faced out. That's about it. The only thing I plan on changing anytime soon is right now I don't have enough movement on top, and I plan on changing that by getting a different power head / wave maker, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, so I got the sand in. All their freaking filter media ended up in the FX5. Their water I even used, and I only did that because I know that there are algae spores in the water. I had this tank empty, and I just wanted to make sure everything was going to be good. So yeah, you guys end up watching this, I appreciate it, and hope you guys all have a Merry Christmas. I very excited to show you guys the 220. Right now I ran into a little bit of a problem with the 220. I ended up switching everything over from this tank, filters, got rid of the sand, doing everything, going crazy all in one night, and I forgot to look at everything, and I didn't have enough water movement on the top, so they were breathing funny. By the time I woke up, probably about 4 hours later, so it wasn't really that long, and I was able to correct it by putting power heads facing the top. So that's all good right now, but I'm trying to figure out some solutions to that issue, and that will be in another video. I'll go over that and explain everything. So just bear with me, that will be coming. But I appreciate you guys watching, and again, Merry Christmas to all. Later.